Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Mona S. Smith. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome to you. This is a channel where we talk about building back better, building back better. Everything that God has given us to do, whether that be our relationships, our partnerships, our businesses, in our careers, our families, spiritually, financially, emotionally, mentally, in every area, we talk about build back better. So I invite you, I encourage you, if you're not already, subscribe to my channel, like, comment. I enjoy engaging with my subscribers. So feel free to hit the like button and share. I have to tell you and just be honest with you. You will not believe the issues that I've had just to get this word out today. So I started recording on my phone, and if you have an iPhone, for whatever reason, as soon as you hit record, your iPhone will say over temperature hot or overheated. And so I kept running into that problem. Every time I would start recording and start ministering and start giving you exactly what God has given me, my phone would automatically shut off and allow me to make emergency phone calls. So I know that this word is from God, and I'm excited to release the word. God spoke to my heart several days ago, and being a woman of God, things that God tells me, I don't necessarily release it immediately, because sometimes the things that God gives for me is for me. Sometimes things are just for me to pray over, and then sometimes things, messages are meant and designed for me to release it. And so God has given me the green light and the permission to release this word, and I want to share what God has given me to you. The first half of 2024, God has placed you in isolation, right? Where you feel you have been removed from certain people, certain organizations, certain friends, certain family members. God has really isolated you, where you are really have become like this bubble where it's just you and God, you and God in prayer, in meditation, and meditating on His Word. You have really been in study mode, studying the Word of God, studying what God is saying to you in this season, finding out more about God. And a lot of times we have this saying in our culture where it's like a dry season, like you got a dry phone, or it's a drought season where your phone is not ringing. Your phone is basically on do not disturb, and you didn't even put it on do not disturb. So you have really been just you and God. Mhm. Just you and God. And He's really been preparing you for the second half of 24. I don't know if you realize this. This has been in preparation to what God is doing in your lives. So I want to encourage you, if that is you, do not be discouraged and do not be dismayed. There has been a place of isolation for a reason. God has set you apart and set you aside for a reason, for the pruning and for your edification. So God has given me a word for the second half of 2024, and be in prayer about if this word is for you. And if the word is for you, receive the word of God. God is giving the body of believers very practical tools to use for the second half of 2024. So the first half you spent in study, the first half you spent in prayer. The second half of 2024, God is giving you and releasing very practical tools. What do I mean by practical tools? Practical tools mean something to be used in a real effective way. something that you can use in a real effective way. It's actually doing something rather than just having a theory or an idea. You know, sometimes God speaks to our heart and it's an idea, it's a vision, or it's something near and dear to our heart. This second half of 2024, God is giving you very practical tools that you are to use for the kingdom. And a couple of practical tools that I want to share with you, that God has released me to share with you, is this is for my for the sons and daughters of God who are getting ready to be quickly promoted and quickly elevated. God spoke to my heart several days ago, and he said, tell my children to start working and get their presentation styles intact and in order. Start working on your presentations. See, God has placed things on the inside of you where you've been pregnant for quite some time, been pregnant with the things that God has given you. You have seen things. God has given you a vision. God is now allowing you to birth in the second half of 2024. So God said, start working on your presentation styles. See, God is calling you to rooms that you never, ever, ever imagined for yourself. Like you've seen other people receive the blessings of God. You've seen how God has performed the blessing in others' lives, but you never quite saw yourself there. God says, start preparing your presentation. I am placing you in rooms, and you have to be prepared and have to be equipped with the way that you present. So that's either a physical presentation, start getting your attire together, start getting your wardrobe together. God says, start working on your presentation styles. Start memorizing the things that God has given you to do. So I don't know if you need a coach or you need to rehearse, or maybe it's just you rehearsing in the mirror. Start working on your presentation styles. He even went as far as showing me you updating your PowerPoint slides. I'm talking about practical tools that God is releasing in the second half of 2024. Start working and updating your PowerPoint slides. See, God is placing you and sending you to the marketplace. This is where your increase is coming from. He is working. He has designed you for marketplace. He's designed you to affect and disrupt the market. Like there have been many companies and organizations designed who haven't taken care of business, may have become multi-million-dollar companies, may be billion-dollar companies, but they didn't do right by the people that they had charge over. And see, God is raising up a remnant of his sons and his daughters. So God is saying right now, start working on your presentation styles, and I am placing you in the marketplace. You update your PowerPoint slides, everything that God has given you in the middle of the night. Pull out your notes. Go back on your notes and reflect on your notes. Now is the time. You see, we will see signs, wonders, and miracles in the second half of 2024. 2024 is going to be a record-breaking second half of the year, where God will allow his sons and his daughters to do the supernatural. See, you thought it was a dry phone. You thought it was a drought season. You thought it was a dry season, but God was really just preparing you. God was really just protecting you. God is really just providing for you. And guess what? It's for his kingdom. It's for kingdom building. See, God trusts you. Yeah, you've been through it. You have been through it, and now is your season. Now is your time. See, the promotion comes from God. It's not from man. It's not from woman. It's not from your good looks. It's not from your biceps, your triceps, your hips, your curves. It's not from your makeup, your brows, your lashes, your wigs. Promotion comes from the Lord. You all be encouraged. You all be encouraged. I can't wait to hear your testimonies about your 2024. I know I'm going to share because I got some things that I'm pregnant with that I know that God has promised I will give birth to them this second half of 2024. You all be encouraged. Share this message with your family, your friends. Share this message on your social media platforms. Look and see. Look and see how 2024 will end. You all be blessed. Until we see each other again.